place I saw called Johnny Rockets.
Yeah?
That looked good too.
Well, let's eat here at the Flying Saucer. I think I really like this place.
Your favorite song?
I do feel like I'm in a 1960s production of some sci-fi. Oh, this is awesome. This is the only, well, other than takeout last night, I'm not gonna have, there we go. I ate a few already. Now I need, whoops, oh. Well, there we go. Serves me right for trying to show you what I'm eating. We'll get real food in a little while. Hopefully not too long a while. Oh my goodness, it is a burning hot day yesterday and burning hot today. Yeah, so here we are at Space Motel. May 14th, and it's like 30 degrees, which I think in American, that's like 90. It's awesome. Awesome, and yesterday was a hot day as well. And they were forecasting like a moderate spring day, but it was hot. So, yeah, I got a nice burn. I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see the tan line there. I shouldn't say nice burn because it's not nice, but we did get sunburn. So, I'm going to pick up some sunblock today and go from there. And I think we're going to visit the power generating station today, which will be really cool. All right. Morning.
Morning.
I believe I ordered a large orange juice. Excuse me.
Well, how's my little Miss Raccoon this morning?
I know. Look, I don't want to go around without my glasses because I can't see. These are prescription as well. I want to see stuff.
I think you just like wearing sunglasses. You look cool.
I can't see. We might not need to eat again until tomorrow. So, getting in through gates on bikes is almost always an interesting event, but we got through. Wait, he's got hiking poles. That's what I use. Makes everything easier. I never noticed how slim those rooms are at the Radisson. Are those? Okay. I don't know how any room can fit at the end there. How does it not blow over? Okay, I'm satisfied now. Now I see how it's standing. So we're gonna tour the power station. And it's gonna tell us all about how Niagara Falls powers a large section of the east. All right. Okay, I'm satisfied now. Now I see how it's standing. So we're gonna tour the power station. And it's gonna tell us all about how Niagara Falls powers a large section of the east. All right.
You'll see where the water fills up. The trail race experience? That's a really big governor. The governors on engines are like usually this big now.
I know. That's a huge governor.
Now it's electronic governor. Yeah, it is neat, eh?
Off, on, off.
It's cool, eh?
Ah, that's cool.
I thought you might enjoy this since it's electricity, eh?
That is cool. Look at that. Oh, was it? Yeah. Cool.
I think that's to regulate the, you know, you got this here. You open that up, then you regulate the pressure that you want.
And then turn it in.
Yeah, and then you keep
Set
getting
it, and then
setting
set
it
it.
just right, because sometimes you might have to adjust these,
Yeah.
depending on them.
Massive governor. It's true.
It is, isn't it?
Like compared to my hand. This is where you'd sit for hours on end, and then when a light goes off, you like spill your coffee all over it. Huge coil. Massive size turbine. Or not turbine, what do you call this?
Generator.
This is the generator. The smaller generator. I'm totally guessing at things here.
Here's your
More coil. Here.
Yeah, they call that part right there. That's the armature.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Be okay by doing that.
So you could pull that out, take out the one underneath, and then you could clean off the brushes or change the.
Change the brushes.
Yeah.
Generally, you just change them, and then that's it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because
Hopefully it wasn't spinning while you were doing that.
No,
You'd
no.
have to do it in a blink of an eye.
No, you can't. That's steel.
That's like the original Windows.
Huh? That's steel.
I know.
Isn't that neat? Like, do you think that's ever going to wear out? Well, the wood part will, but. Here's a little fan to cool it down.
Long story short, this did not provide power to anything but that. So this was like a stored power, like a battery.
Capacitor.
It's an exciter, so it would jumpstart that to get this massive turbine moving or generator moving. that was likened to a battery. It stored power. It was always getting power, and it was used to get this running. Good deal. Esser Weiss and Company. I don't know why I'm giving it an Irish accent, because it's Swiss, but whatever. And just in case there's a small fire. Huge breakers. This is inventors and founders of backpacks. Backpacks were invented at the generating station.
And here, look at this. Remember the giant brushes we were looking at?
Yeah.
Here's the...
Does it work when I turn it?
Yeah. Oh, it does, okay.
It does turn it.
Oh.
So those little cubes, they're brushes or...
Similar to the larger ones.
They're almost like a shoe.
Yeah.
They're shoes.
Yeah.
So as you turn that, they contact that.
The commutator.
That's the contact with it.
It's a commutator. Those are
Commutator.
brushes. Remember the big one that you pulled the brushes out of?
It looks like shoes to me, the same as the shoe that's on that big one that we looked at.
Yeah.
Because they're not brushes, they're shoes.
They call them brushes on the black thing that you pull out.
Sure, because on the streetcar they call them shoes.
Those are your brake shoes. Brake pads.
No.
What?
The piece that runs along the wire.
Oh, that
is
one.
a shoe.
That's a different setup.
It's a shoe. It's not a brush.
But that's for running against a wire.
Mm-mm.
Different motor. Different setup on this one.
I don't want to drop my phone in there. So they had the 4 exciters. They had 5, but only 4 ran at a time because the 5th was a spare. And they would start these turbines. Or generators. I don't know what to... Yeah. Since they're all So the first handle that we pulled activates this, drops this pole down. If you could see it, there we go. Pushes that down. This whole apparatus drops down to where those 2 leaf springs, they look like leaf springs, I don't know what they're called, connectors, contacts, drop down, and then they touch these 2 contact squares here, and power is connected. But according to the information, it's the most dangerous place in the whole generating system. So,
electricity and sparks are huge.
Right. So, biggest risk of fires and explosions happened here. So each one was separated in its own compartment with fire retardant materials. And here's the resistors to regulate it. So resistors is basically like a diode. Like it absorbs extra electricity.
Well, diodes allows electricity to flow one way. It is like
it's like a relief valve for electricity, except it's.
Well, this one just slows electricity down so it doesn't keep rushing through all the.
Yeah, a diode actually just disperses it into the air, but these just absorb it into their coils.
Yeah, and slow it down.
Right, they don't just absorb it; they slow it down. You can't.
Power to a certain area
And nothing happens. Yeah, so it just slows it down.
Yeah.
Because the power still has to go somewhere. Oh, enter the 20th century. Here's some more modern switches. Lower. Stop. Start. Normal. Maintenance. Brakes. Manual auto. Head gate. Ring valve. Raise and lower. It's always made sense. But there's a lot here that I'd like to take the time to know more about one day. And this complicated piece of machinery is a label maker. Stamp the number, cut it, wrap it around the hole.
Marge, get me the president.
Absolute favorite use of electricity? Popcorn maker. They sold popcorn from here, right? Oh, no. Alternating current voltage tester. Never mind. Early circuit testers. That's pretty straightforward. If the light bulb did not turn on, then you either had no connection or a burnt out light bulb.
Or you turn.
I still think they're called shoes. They can't be brushes because they aren't brushes. They're shoes.
They're called brushes. Shoes is for the wire. Brushes is for the commutator. We'll see.
Another smaller one. Of course it comes out.
Neat, eh?
The debate rages on. Is that a shoe or is it a brush?
It's a brush.
Oh.
I know because I fix it.
And as it turns, okay, as that turns, then it collects power. The commutator collects. That's a commutator?
That's a commutator.
And then that distributes power to the shoes, or the shoes
Brush.
or brushes collect the power and take it wherever the wires bring it. Okay, this is funny. The Ontario Elevating Device License hasn't changed a bit. You still see those everywhere. This is check it out. So that operated that.
Here, take a look at this. We were talking about the contacts here, huh? You got contacts here too. Contacts there.
Mm-hmm.
Contacts here.
Oh, cool.
So you see how it keeps getting smaller, some of the contacts that we've seen?
Yeah,
They
as
get
you
larger?
operate different things.
I know, but each generation is something new. Is something...
Maximum capacity, 5 persons. In here? You can fit 5 people in here.
Yeah, you could actually.
Yeah.
One in the middle. All snugly does it.
Turn that goes up and down, and it opens and closes doors under the water. You know, if they really meant it to be restricted, they'd make it so you couldn't step over it. Just...
They like moves. Neat, eh?
You do feel like you're like in a different century, like 2 centuries ago. I'll come.
I do like the way they use this idea of the...
There's so many fish in there.
I don't know. It's probably minnows.
In that order. Okay, I'll just say it. So this grate down here, water comes in from out there, the falls. You can see the steam to the left a bit. That's from the falls or the mist. The river is running from this direction, so it's going that way. And water comes into here. From that way, it comes here, but they used to have a problem with ice and debris coming in. So this grate just stops all of that from getting into the generator. Oh, that makes sense. That's the moving crane. Drops down from there and it drops down the cleaning stuff. So that's what's opening in July. Get to go down there to the bottom. That's cool. That might actually thunder shower.
It might. Let me look at the weather report and see what it says. Someone's got a zero.
It's a zero?
Right over there.
Is it parked there?
It's parked right there. It's the dual sport one.
Yes, we're sitting on the curb eating McDonald's. We're
right over there. You can see it.
How often do you see a zero? Is this yours?
Yeah.
So nice, man. I love this zero. You must have a blast with this. You don't mind if I get a picture?
Oh, yeah.
Woo, it's a nice bike, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were saying a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, you said a lot of people don't know what the zero is, but that's a cool bike over there.
Yeah, so it was a good picture.
Cool. So, quick, what?
So I can play it?
Gonna head to the power station right after this because they're doing some kind of show at 7:30, so we gotta head back there. So we're having a quick bite to eat. And crowds at Port Dover yesterday, awesome. Totally didn't bother me at all. Crowds inside that causeway that you have to walk across to get to the falls, that started bothering me.
Surprisingly, they were not as nice as the group of motorcyclists and
No,
Port Dover.
motorcyclists are a way nicer crowd. Bikers are not obnoxious, generally speaking. But yeah, tourists at the falls. Ugh.
Yeah.
So Lundy's Lane is awesome, that part of Niagara Falls. But then you get to the touristy area and we're like, yeah, we can just pass through. Don't get me wrong, touristy stuff is awesome. I mean, flying saucer is awesome, and that's touristy.
So that's Lundy Lane.
That's Lundy's Lane. Anyway, gonna eat.
Yep.
Nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning.
So we pull into this Tim Hortons, and as I reach for the door handle, this girl comes up to the door and goes click and locks it.
Yeah.
And I am like, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like prepared to walk through the drive-thru and like make myself look like an idiot walking through drive-thru. All these people pull in after us, and now they're walking through drive-thru. All these people are walking through drive-thru, so it's not just me. Yeah, he's irritated too. Looks like one of those velvet paintings with the ship.
And that I said already.
Mm-hmm.
Always believe that vacations should start from the point that you leave home so that you'll want to return.